Hey, I'm J Hoop. I'm here with Dennis, product manager from Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 2. How you doing, Dennis?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
So, Ultimate Ninja 2 is the second series of Ultimate Ninja for PS3.
Yep. So the original Storm game came out on the PS3 in 2008, and so we're bringing it back with Ultimate Ninja Storm 2. The game's coming back, 3D fighting. Now there's over 40 characters, so a lot of the characters that didn't make it into the first game because we weren't covering that part of the story arc. So a lot of fan favorites that people were waiting for, they're going to be in this game. And then also it's coming on PS3 and Xbox 360. So this is the first time that we're bringing the Ultimate Ninja series to the Xbox 360.
Does this follow the actual story from the cartoon?
So it does. So there's basically the storylines that take place in the Shippuden series. You'll be able to play through those story arcs, and then a lot of the fighting will mirror that, and then you'll be able to actually experience and play through a lot of the stuff that happens in the series.
Can you explain the background and stuff, everything that goes on during the game while you fight?
Yeah, so while you're fighting, you have full control over 3D. You can see the cel-shaded graphics. You know, it looks like the actual anime itself. And you have a lot of your ninjutsu attacks. So a lot of all the characters, their signature moves, you'll be able to use those. And new for Storm 2 is there's actually going to be a lot of environmental hazards, and you'll actually use the environment in your during your battles. Like you can see here, you can run on the water, but then there are certain characters who have either lightning attacks or water attacks that they'll be much stronger in the water, and so you'll have to keep all that into consideration too while you're fighting. So whenever you're going to do a really, really powerful jutsu, then it goes into cinematic mode, and then in real time you're going to press different buttons. But one of the cool things that they added here, this was actually originally in the first Storm, but what they added here is when you go through these, depending on how quickly you press all the buttons, or if you get them wrong and then something completely different happens, but you'll have different outcomes. So it's not always just you just keep pressing it until it happens, but if you are really good at it and you do it immediately, you might get a different jutsu to come out in a different animation. So it really kind of branches out and gives a little more depth to the fighting itself.
What other modes do we have in the game?
So beyond the regular fighting, there's also story mode. In the story mode, you're going to play through a bunch of the arcs from the series, and you play through as Naruto. But then once you complete that, as an added bonus, we have 2 more characters that you can play through. So you can play through the same story arcs through the eyes of Naruto's rival. And then also through Jiraiya, who's kind of his mentor in this part of the series.
And what about the online? Is there anything new in online features?
Definitely. So the original Storm game actually wasn't online. So Storm 2, this will be the first time that you're able to play a Naruto game online and fight against people around the world. So the first time you're going to be able to do that. The first time it's on Xbox 360 and PS3. A lot of firsts in the game. There's a lot of content. It's really, really cool.
Is there a date on this game yet?
There is. The game is coming out this fall. For both platforms simultaneous, and there's one last thing that we were keeping in secret until just recently. So the creator for Naruto, he actually worked on the character designs for a character in our Tekken fighting game series. So again, as a big fan for both fighting game fans and Tekken fans and Naruto fans, for the first time we have a guest character in the series, in the series altogether. We have a guest character. Lars from the Tekken game actually makes an appearance, and he's a guest character, and you can fight as him in the Naruto game. So for the first time, you'll be able to take a Tekken character, pit him against Naruto and all his friends, and then you can battle out.
Now, does this link to the story mode in the game?
So the guest character actually isn't part of the story. So the tie was just that the creator for Naruto did the character designs for that character in Tekken. So then he also created a kind of a Narutoized version of that character, a little more cartoony, because Tekken's much more realistic looking. So he did a separate version of that character for Naruto and brought him in as a guest character. So it doesn't have anything to do with the main story, but you're able to take him and play him in the regular fighting modes.
And you can use him straight from the beginning of the game? No, you don't have to unlock him?
Yes, you don't have to unlock him.